Hi everyone, so I've got myself an EcoFlow microinverter, but now comes the tricky part, picking the right solar panels. If you buy a kit that includes solar panels, then you're good to go. But if you've got a standalone microinverter like me, then you need to buy some matched solar panels. Pick the wrong ones and you could potentially damage your inverter, or generate less power than you could have done over the course of the day, throwing away potential grid energy savings. So today I'm breaking down the 3 simple rules to help pick the absolute best solar panels for your plug-in solar setup. I'm doing this for the EcoFlow string microinverter, but you can of course use this same approach for any setup. So let's dive in. Rule number 1, safety first. Every microinverter has hard electrical safety limits. For this EcoFlow unit, your key safety numbers are 65 volts max input and 20 amps max short circuit current per port. When looking at a solar panel spec sheet, the first thing you want to check is VOC, which stands for open circuit voltage. This number for this inverter must never exceed 65 volts, especially in winter. Why the winter? Well, cold temperatures make panel voltages spike. A panel rated at around 35 volts to 50 volts open circuit gives you plenty of safety headroom. Next, check the short circuit current or ISC, which must stay under 20 amps for this inverter. For operating current, the inverter actively limits intake to 16 amps. If your panel produces slightly more than 16 amps, the EcoFlow will safely cap it. But staying right around 15 amps to 16 amps is the absolute sweet spot. So rule number 2 is voltage drives power. Here's a secret about this microinverter. Because it caps input current at 16 amps, power output is heavily determined by the panel's voltage. Remember, watts equals volts times amps. If you pick a panel with higher operating voltage, say around 34 volts or 35 volts, the inverter can easily pull its full potential, especially on cloudy days or in hot summer heat when voltage naturally drops. So when comparing panels, always favour one with higher operating voltage over higher operating current. Okay, so rule number 3 is physical compatibility. First, ensure the panel uses standard MC4 connectors. Almost all modern rigid panels do, meaning they plug straight into the EcoFlow's input ports without the need for any adapters. Second, check the physical dimensions. High wattage panels like 500 watts and more can be nearly 2 meters long and weigh over 25 kilos. Make sure your roof or balcony or ground mount can actually support the size and weight before you go off and buy them. Okay, so let's take a look at the panels that I've ordered. I've gone for 2 of these DMEGC 515 watt all black solar panels. Let's take a look at the data and see the match between the solar panels and the EcoFlow microinverter. First, its open circuit voltage is 40.75 volts, which is well below our EcoFlow's 65 volt limit. Its short circuit current is 15.83 amps, well under the 20 amp limit. And its working voltage is a high 34.61 volts, meaning it pushes maximum power into the inverter even when it's overcast. Now, you might be wondering, if the EcoFlow microinverter is capped at 800 watts of output, why would I install 1000 watts worth of solar panels? Here's why oversizing your solar array is actually a good thing to do. First, solar panels rarely run at 100% of their lab-tested rating. Heat, cloudy weather, low winter sun and atmospheric haze mean a 400 watt panel, for example, might only produce 300 to 350 watts in the real world. If you only plug 800 watts worth of panels, you almost never hit your inverter's full 800 watt potential. Second, oversizing gives you a wider solar peak. So with a 1000 or 1040 watt panel array, your system will ramp up to that 800 watt limit much earlier in the morning and stay pegged at max output all the way into late afternoon. And don't worry about damaging the microinverter. The EcoFlow stream will simply clip or ignore the extra power during absolute peak midday sun. You get maximum daily energy generation without harming your hardware. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please drop a like, hit subscribe, and let me know in the comments which panels you're planning to run with your EcoFlow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.